My name is Lucy and I'm the camp cook here at Offshore New Harbor Camp in Antarctica. My day starts around 5 a.m. where I do my yoga practice first thing in the morning. It's kind of a quiet time for myself to get grounded and get the day started. Then about 5:45 I start preparing breakfast and get the lunch set up for the people who are going out to the line. I try to alternate eggs and meat to the pancakes, and then eggs again, and then the French toast, which I've been making with English muffins. And anytime between 6:30 and 7, people start coming in. And a little quick cleanup after breakfast, doing the dishes, wiping the tables, and then I get my list together and get suited up, and I go outside to collect the food from the storage outside for the dinner and the meals the next day. Food management in a cold place is no big deal because keeping things frozen is easy, and most foods handle staying frozen really well. The only issue that you have is the thawing, so you have to be kind of on top of that. This is a type of food that we call the can freeze, in a sense that you don't have to keep it frozen, but it's fine if it freezes. For example, hot chocolate, all sorts of breads and stuff like that, those are can freeze items. Usually there's different categories of food. There's your can freeze, like this. There's the keep frozen, which would be like the frozen foods that I handled just recently. And then there's a DNF, the do not freeze, which is foods that are sensitive to changing temperature, and also things that don't handle freezing really well, like mayonnaise. And also, I'm always thinking of bad weather, the possibility of bad weather coming. So I try to have 2 dinners already pulled and close by the kitchen module, so that if there's a strong wind and I cannot have access to the main sled, I have enough food out here to tie us over for a couple of days. In the afternoon, if the weather allows, I like to go for a little bit of a ski to get outside, even if just for a half hour. Then there's lunch, usually gets prepared around 12. That's usually heating up of leftovers for whoever's left at camp, and do something quick. Usually at 5, that's where the big dinner preparations start. And I usually try to have dinner ready between 6:30 and 7, according to how the day went, whether they're going to come back earlier or later. But usually dinner is served around 7. The harder part, and as I said, this group has been great, is not feel that you should please everybody all the time. That sometimes there will be meals that just don't turn out like you want them. Being a cook is rewarding in general, especially in a remote place. Coming home in the evening and being in a warm place for once, and you're with your friends. It's just kind of a nice environment. People are looking forward to coming back to camp, and they're looking forward to the meals.